Hello. It's been forever, really. Is the plane going to take off now? Fucking typical. And not put anything out for such a long time. My wife had a stroke, very bad, and she's home now. Was in hospital since March. Anyway, so I thought, shit, I'm going to brew a beer. So I've been brewing a beer, and I'll probably just chinwag, and I'm not going to show too much of that because you all know how to brew a beer, and it's nothing new. It's a Welsh red ale. So yeah, there's a boil going on here, and I'll talk a bit later. Okay. This is the end result of my brew day, and we've already got some pressure in this one. That one's not there yet. I used this yeast, the Liberty Bell yeast, and it's what I'm calling a Welsh red ale. And I'm using my own hops. Dun dun dun. Yeah, my own hops are in this beer. Let me see if I can show you where we were from. So here's what's left of my hops, which are after I've took all off, so that's the end of that, and not much left of this one, and I think that's Pearl. That was Pearl. That's WGV, and I think this is Fuggles, or was Fuggles. Oh look, this one there, there's still a couple coming through there. Bit late now though, so but yeah, so I'm dry hopping my red ale with a combination of what was there, and I'm just leaving it. There's the garden. I've got to clear that up. It's a never-ending movement of moving stuff about, and yeah, and chickens still not laying eggs. But yeah, so there's honestly, I'll talk more later, but it's a kind of an update. Nothing much has changed out here. So this is my Welsh ale, and so I'm now going to put some, I'm going to dry hop it, so clarity is pretty good. I'm quite pleased with it. We'll go from there. So here we are, dry hopped, and we're at 1.1. So I'm happy with that, and we're just going to give it a quick taste. Oh, that's quite nice. Got a nice little bitterness to it. I'll just transfer this to the glass. So, yeah, red I wanted, but I have to say it's more of a brown. I'm going to say more of a brown ale than a red ale, but it don't matter. We'll see how it works. I've got a nice taste to it. So we'll clean this up now, and then we're going to try and bottle it today, and we'll bung some labels on. And I'll come back to it. Bottling. So yeah, now we're going to clean up these bottles I've had in the shed. I've got a couple of dozen bottles, 330 ml size, and we're going to use them to begin with on the beer. It's not a huge batch, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, first step, clean and sterilization of bottles. I should have done longer ago than I did. But anyway, there's some sanitizer in here, hot water, and we're going to let them soak, and then we'll clean them up. And so very exciting. Okay, so bottles, sterilized, clean, scrubbed, ready to go now. Those ones. Hold on. Why bottle? For me, bottling is I don't mind doing it, and I get to do my labels, and labels is a big part of me doing my beers. I'm full of cold at the moment, so that's why I still bottle. I've got kegs, mini kegs, which I use, but only if I go like parties and barbecue with friends and bottle it that way, but keg it up. But mini kegs, so I don't do huge amounts of beer, so there we go. But that's where we are, and I'll continue with bottling. So where I dry hop this, I've now removed most of the hops from the top here, because it just makes it easier. Straight siphon tube I'm going to use, suck it up, get it out, and I'm using a sugar cube for this ale. It's only an ale, so after all said and done, it is what it is. But anyway, let's fill them up, and we'll go from there. So here's our cap, Big H Brewery, Brewing, little dragon on there. Okay, so bottling, and it's not as red as I wanted it to be. It looks way more like speckled hen than my Welsh red ale that I was after. But there we go, and we're 8 bottles in. That's the colour in the siphon pipe, so it's kind of a chestnut more than a red, I feel. But anyway, okay, so we're bottled. $33 bottles of beer on the wall. Just capped it. Now we're going to label them up and give them a good shake, and then you'll see where we are, I guess. Well, there you go. Took a little while, but not bad. So labels, Twit stick is what I use. Most of it going with this one, and they kind of look like that once they're on, but pretty simple. That's the way I do it, and yep, that's what you get. I'll keep coming back. So here we go, really, all bottled up, all labelled up, and give it 2 weeks, put it away now, and should be ready for a drink. So there we go.